it's Birdman time for the community shout here on the Arizona White Mountain podcast. And we are hopefully winding down, but we don't know. That's a big issue. I've got with me to start off this morning my wife, Allison. And you get around out and about in town and talk to people, and of course, socially distant, the way you're supposed to do it. But you also, because of the food collaborative, you've been talking to a lot of people and a lot of restaurants and stuff like that. What is the ideology behind what's going on? What do you think people are thinking when we come to May 1st?
There's a lot of confusion, for one. We're getting a lot of people who are like, well, it says we open May 1st, so we open May 1st. And then there's other people saying, well, I don't know. I haven't gotten any information. Nobody's telling me what to do. Nobody's telling me, there's no policies coming down or procedures coming down on if we do open, what is that supposed to look like as well?
So this show records on Tuesday. We know that, and it airs on Thursday. So hopefully we're wrong and somebody's already come out. But honestly, by this point in time, the time we were recording this show, it should have happened already. Here's the issue. So everybody's talking about this May 1st reopening. And the only thing that ends on May 1st technically is the stay home, stay healthy, stay connected order. Executive order from Governor Ducey. On I think it was the 19th of March, he did an executive order 2020-09, which closed, and they had bars, movie theaters, indoor gyms, and fitness clubs. Now, so that said at the beginning of business on March 20th, that they were to be, they were allowed to do carry out for that, but the theaters had to close, and then the movie theaters had to close. Sorry, movie theaters and gyms, yeah. Last item on this executive order is, this order shall remain in place until further notice and shall be reconsidered for repeal or revision every 2 weeks following issuance. So in other words, May 1st is not signaled as ending anything regarding this executive order. And as of Tuesday morning at almost 10 a.m., we'd had no direction from the governor. So hopefully we didn't have restaurants ordering food and getting ready to stock up to open on May 1st. We're going to put out a video a little bit later today on Tuesday that you'll probably have seen by now, giving you direction to give the governor a call and say, we need some direction because we're closed, we're hurting, and we need to know what's next. And we've literally heard nothing. I've heard from town officials, some town and city officials, and that's why this came to light, because honestly, I was under the same impression. I mean, it really seemed like, hey, May 1st, we get to reopen.
Yeah, no, it's been really frustrating, and especially in our community. We have 98, I think, is the total of non-tribal individuals who have been tested positive for COVID. Now, of those individuals, only one has had to be hospitalized, and they were sent down to Phoenix. I think they had one the other day and sent that individual home. Right. So that's very frustrating because we're not seeing the level. I thought that this was in place because we wanted to give the hospitals an opportunity to get ready. Yes. They're ready. Now,
they made an announcement that the hospitals on May 1st can reopen the elective procedures based upon a certain criteria, but they've done nothing in regards to anything else. So that's the big issue here is we've literally heard nothing from anybody at any level. Yes, the governor shut it off and made it so that only the state could do this, but we've not heard anything from anybody, and that's kind of disconcerting. Communication is key, and allowing everybody to know what's going on is really key because that can cause more damage. So like I said, I hope restaurants haven't gone out and ordered a bunch of food expecting that they're going to be able to open at some level and,
But there is something that we can do about it.
Yes.
And we know that our elected officials and our different governments locally are trying to push the governor. Yes. So why don't we help them out?
Yeah. So in the video, so we'll link the video as well. If it hasn't happened as of yet, we need to call the governor and say, look, we need to know where we're going and what's happening next. Because a lot of people may not even hear this and open tomorrow. So that's what we're going to ask is that everybody communicate that, and hopefully you've already have if you've seen the video, and if not, give the number. We'll have it down below, and call or email the governor and let him know that we need a direction. We need to know where to go. Cool. Okay, so the question's been posed. Do we reopen Arizona, and do we reopen the area of the Arizona White Mountains? And this is our reality. It's abandoned restaurants. It's closed stores. It's nobody in places. It's not what you see when you go into Walmart. It's not what you see when you go into Lowe's or Home Depot or some of the other places in town. It's not what you see around town. It's the hidden stuff that you don't want to see. Yeah, some of the restaurants are able to do carry out and able to get out some business to people, but we've got over 3,000 people just in southern Navajo County that are unemployed right now, that are not getting a paycheck, or they're getting the bare minimum through unemployment because they were ordered by an executive order from the governor's office to shut down and close. Yeah, restaurants, like I said, can do some stuff, but a gym, they're completely closed. Hairdressers, completely closed. They have no options. And the business being shut down at the hospital of the extra surgeries and things like that has actually hurt them as well. The problem is the executive order that was given to us that made us stay home, stay healthy, and stay connected was not the executive order that closed restaurants, it closed theaters, and it closed the bars. That executive order doesn't have an end date, and that's the problem here. We need a plan moving forward. We need communication from our governor. So it's time that we need to have a discussion about reopening, how we open, how we behave when we reopen. We need the people up here. It's the way our economy works. We have to have tourists up here. That means more exposure to people that might have been exposed to the virus. But at some point, we're all going to get exposed to the virus. So we need to do it in the best way, in the politest way possible. But we have to reopen. We have to allow the people to go back to work so that they can feed their families, they can feed themselves, and they can care for themselves. Look at the emptiness and realize that right now, when you're viewing this video, they'd normally be packed. And that means business and dollars for the Arizona White Mountains. So what you need to do, what we all need to do, is reach out to our governor via email, via telephone, and say, please, what's the plan? We need the plan to reopen.
Well, hello there. It's Dr. Arno with Comfort Fit Dentures, and we're super excited today because we're at the magnificent, wonderful, tasty Darby's. Darby's. So today we're super excited because we're providing lunch for Summit Healthcare for actually 2 different departments there. We're going to feed them, and it's going to be amazing, awesome food that they're getting today. And this initiative has just really done some well for the community. Comfort Fit Dentures has partnered with the radio stations here, Q Country, iTalk, and Magic, and then also the Sholo Chamber of Commerce and White Mountain Independent. And we've done the White Mountains We Care initiative, and all the money that is donated from this right now is going to provide food for the healthcare workers to give them thanks and tell them how awesome they are, and also to support our local restaurants. And so if you want to get involved with this amazing initiative that we're doing to support local restaurants and the healthcare workers at Summit Healthcare, go to mycomfortfit.com/wecare. That's mycomfortfit.com/wecare, and you can go on there, and for every $25 you donate, you get one of these amazing t-shirts, and you support an amazing cause.
Hey, that's going to be it for this week's Community Shout here on the Arizona White Mountains podcast. Remember to hashtag AZWM on everything right now. We're getting ready. Let's get summer going, at least get people excited. It's like, you're staying home right now, but we want you up here as soon as you're allowed. And we're going to do it both respectfully and, of course, as personably as we can as well. We're the White Mountains. We're going to be open for business soon. So, hopefully, instead of just seeing you on the web, I'll be seeing you soon.